What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those that are new here, my name is Jay, and in this video today, we're going to take a small trip down memory lane and also talk a little bit about why I choose to shoot the majority of my content with my mobile phone. Now, if tech tips, tutorials, reviews, and unboxings is something that you're into, then please consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to hit that like button so that the YouTube algorithm can be nice to this video. Let's get to it. So where do we even start? You know, when I first thought about making this video, I was like, man, what is the first thing I need to, say in regards to, kind of going into my background just a little bit to actually open that door to you understanding why I shoot the majority of my content with my iPhone or with my mobile device in general. So I was thinking that one of the things that I should let you guys know is that, first of all, I am a retired infantry Marine, and there's one major principle that has stuck with me since my military days to current. And it plays a lot in, how I kind of do things when it comes down to my gear. In the military, man, I was always taught to learn how to use your gear to the fullest. And being that, I was somebody that was actually in charge of, a lot of Marines, it was my job to make sure that I knew how to use my gear 100% before I can teach and show somebody else, right? And that is one of the main things that has stuck with me for a long period of time and has bled into, my content creation piece. So before we go deeper, into this, I want to kind of take a step back and kind of give you guys a little bit more insight on me, right? So I got a couple things here on my desk that I'm gonna be using from time to time, so you're gonna have to work with me. But right here on this screen, on my iPhone 8 right here, I have been on YouTube since 2011, June 26, 2011. My very first channel, which is a fitness channel, which is my main channel, which is a channel that I spend, when I'm not here, I spend the majority of my time there. And when I'm not there, I spend the majority of my time over here with you guys. But I am a fitness junkie. My wife is a personal trainer, so we are very heavy into fitness. But I've been on YouTube since 2011, and my channel over there has 1,468,970 views. I'll throw a link in the description if you guys are just interested in that, but I try not to promote that channel here because this is completely different from what I do over there. So I wanted to share that with you guys just a little bit so it can help bring some insight to why I choose to shoot with, the piece of gear that I have currently, which is, my iPhones and things like that. So let's take a little trip down memory lane real quick. All right, this is gonna be real quick. So my very first video was June 26, I guess, 2011. And at that time, the very first camera that I had was a Flip HD. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but I had a Flip HD. I'll try to throw a picture somewhere on the screen so you guys can see it. But that was the camera that started everything for me in this whole YouTube, atmosphere, right? Shortly after that, I moved into shooting with this camera right here, which is the camera that held me over on that channel for years. And when I say years, I'm talking, that was 2011. I think I had this camera all the way up till, man, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I still have it now, but I don't know how long I was shooting with this camera. But this is a Canon Vixia HFR 400. Now, this camera is the camera that, held me over on that channel for so long. And then after that is when I stepped into, the whole mobile content scene, because I went from that to, I think, having a Galaxy S3 or something like that, or HTC, but I had a Galaxy S3. And then after that, I started shooting with, Samsung S7 Edge, still got one of those, started shooting with that. And then I was shooting also with the LG G3. I don't know if you guys remember that. And after the LG G3, I think that's when I made that switch to the iPhone. And the iPhone that I got was the 6S Plus. And that is my second favorite iPhone of all time. But behind me up here on the shelf, I still have my original iPhone 3GS, the 4, and I think I have the original iPod, Shuffle, Nano. I mean, I still have a lot of those devices as well. But, after that, I started shooting with, my 6S, and then I got an 8, and then, 10, 12, and all of those other things. But the purpose of this video is to just kind of open you guys' eyes to being able to shoot with what you have available. The main reason I shoot with, my iPhones currently right now, I shoot with my 12, my 11 and my 8. My 8 is typically sometime where I keep my notes and stuff like that. My 12 is what I try to primarily shoot on. But if I'm using my 12 for the actual video demonstration, then I typically shoot with my 10, or sometimes I grab my wife's 11 and I shoot with that. I just kind of wanted to make this video real short, quick, nothing too over the top, but I just wanted to say, shoot your videos with what you have. And the biggest thing that you have to understand is, as long as you know how to use the gear that you have to its max potential, then you can shoot, you know, quality videos. You don't have to go out and spend your money on this high stuff. You know, I know a lot of people are using these Sony a7S IIIs, and you see all these high price cameras, these, you know, Rebel T7-8Is and these Canon 90Ds, and you see all of these different things. I mean, I have a DSLR too. Mine's not one of those high expensive ones. Mainly I use it for photography and, you know, thumbnails and stuff like that. But don't get caught in that hype. Learn how to use the gear that you have. And because I, you know, have this mindset that I need to be very proficient with the gear that I have before I feel more comfortable upgrading, is the main reason why I still to this day shoot with mobile phones. Because I'm at a point with, you know, my iPhones that, you know, I'm getting to the point with my iPhones where I'm starting to finally get to the point where I am beginning to peak a little bit over the threshold of, you know, the capabilities of an iPhone or something like that, right? Mobile content creation. And the only reason why I can say that is because I've been shooting on mobile phones for so long. I'm talking so long, minus, you know, my GoPro Hero 5 and, you know, the Canon Vixia and my Flip and stuff like that. But I've been shooting on mobile phones for so long, and every single time I get a new one, I try to max it out and learn its capabilities and learn every single thing about it, you know, as far as shooting goes, and how to manipulate the ISO and the lighting and things like that. And that's another big part that plays into this whole content creation. As long as you can understand ISO, lighting, how to focus and do certain things like that, then you can push your phones to its max potential and get the best quality out of it. You just got to put that time and effort into it. Yes, you can go out and just instantly go buy the most, you know, expensive camera, but if you still don't understand lighting, you still don't understand ISO and shutter speed and things like that, if you don't understand those things, then your footage may not look up to par. I think one of the biggest things for me is being able to push my iPhone to the limit, to where that the quality is on par with some of these bigger, you know, people that I've seen on YouTube. I'm almost to that point where I think it's time for me to step up to the next level when it comes down to cameras and things like that. Why? Because I have been pushing mobile phones for so long, to the point where now, you know, even though, let's just say if the iPhone 13 comes out, I'm already at a point with the iPhone, you know, to where I know how to push it to its max. You know what I mean? So now I'm almost to the point where, yes, it's almost a little bit about, it's almost time for me to step into that next, you know, level of camera. But we'll see, man. I'm not 100% sure yet. I mean, because I still enjoy, you know, shooting on my iPhones, because it's so seamless to shoot on my iPhone, push it over to my iPad or through the cloud, edit it, you know, and do it that way. It's so easy. But, you know, I just kind of wanted to make this video to let you know that if you are shooting on your iPhone, you know, don't get into this rush, you know, feeling like you need to bump it up to the next level and get the, you know, the next biggest thing. Focus on the iPhone, focus on your Samsung Galaxy, whatever it is you have, focus on it, learn lighting, learn ISO, learn aperture, all of these things, you know, shutter speed, learn all of those things that play a part into video quality. Learn those things and learn how to adjust your mobile phone and things like that, so that you can get the best picture of, you know, possible. And once you master that, then it's time to step up and move to the next level. But right now, if you have an iPhone or you shooting on your mobile phone, continue to do it. Focus on the gear that you have and be satisfied with the gear that you have, and maximize the potential of that piece of gear. Now, if you found this video helpful in any way, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button so that the YouTube algorithm can be nice to this video. It's been your man Jay, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.